Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the price of Bitcoin because guys, perfectly from the last video, literally last night, we had this symmetrical triangle and I was talking about this MACD reversal and we did talk about this bearish continuation pattern and we talked about this RSI divergence, bearish divergence a couple of days back and yeah, Bitcoin perfectly broke to the downside and we perfectly hit this target as you can see, and this was a beautiful trade if you guys decided to take it. So I'm super happy for you guys if you were able to take advantage on this. So congrats to everyone if you did. But guys, thank you so much for watching. In today's video, we're going to be seeing what potentially could happen next on Bitcoin after this catastrophic fall. Of course, there is some indications and some news that could result Bitcoin in dropping further lower. We're going to talk about interest rates. We're going to be talking about MT Gox, and we're going to be talking about Ethereum and its crazy unlock that's going to be happening. So stay tuned for the entire video. But guys, remember, nothing in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research before investing or trading. But let's jump into the video. So let's start off with Bitcoin and then we'll move on to the news a bit later. So as you can see, this is the symmetrical triangle that we had broken down from. Now what's going on is on the 4-hourly, the stochastic looks like it's slowly reversing, but we do not have this confirmation yet, so I don't want to comment on it. But the most obvious thing that we're seeing is this continuation pattern that we're just forming right now. So if I have a look at this here, we could be forming a bearish continuation pattern. Honestly, I don't like it, what's happening right now in terms of a potential bullish scenario, because I would have expected, right, if we were to go back bullish and reverse, I would have expected these last few candles to have a lot of bullish volume and then reverse pretty heavily. However, that did not happen. That's why I'm not expecting a strong reversal, because I think it would have happened already if people were keen at buying at this area. So this is unfortunate. So it could cause us to go down even further lower. But if I jump into the 1-hourly chart, these are again the resistances, and this is the resistance and support that we should be watching to see for a potential break up or to the break or a breakdown. Now, if we do decide to break down, then I'm going to jump back into the macro chart for Bitcoin. Now, we still haven't closed this candle, and I do want this candle to close for a confirmation. So we're still in this ascending this ascending channel on the daily chart, which is beautiful because we also retested exactly the support of this pattern. And I also did mention that we could come back down to this parabolic SAR, which we did also. Now, if this candle closes like this, then yeah, the parabolic SAR would have fired a sell, and yeah, we would be at a very, very critical point. So to open a short position, in my opinion, right, I want to wait at least on the very, very safe side, right, a close below this $21,360. So this prior swing low of this potential double top scenario. If we close below here, then it could lead to a catastrophe and take us back to this price target of around $18,200. But yeah, there are some more supports along the way, so we could potentially even fall back down to $18,800 first before we see that move, right? But this all depends if we fall below and confirm below this double top support. Now, if we do break below this channel, then I could potentially open a short position personally to this level as well. But things are not looking so good, especially this daily sell on the parabolic SAR. So that's something that I do not like. But if I jump to the weekly chart very quick, we can see that the stochastic is still bearish. It did have that crossover a couple of weeks ago, which I did talk about in my videos also, and the MACD is slowly coming towards the downside. Now, if I come to the S&P, the S&P actually broke kind of its correlation with Bitcoin, because we did see this pump, and I did say in the last video, this is a very, very important place, and we could begin to pump back on the S&P 500 because this trend line is super important. And if we see good volume, because of course there's a lot of buying volume at this level already, then we could come back up to 4,180 on the S&P 2. So Bitcoin broke its correlation with the S&P, and I would say the DXY as well, because we're still trending on the DXY. There was no significant downfall or increase in price on the DXY, but it looks like the DXY will slowly go towards the downside because the MACD doesn't look too good, and yeah, this is a very key level to watch on the DXY. And if, of course, the DXY falls, then Bitcoin increases too. Now let's jump into the news for Bitcoin. But before I do, guys, this was a video I uploaded earlier on today. It's a beautiful video. It's super funny. Me and Da Vinci and Carl, we went to this conference in Dubai, and we filmed this video. It was super funny. But Da Vinci and Carl do give some very nice advice on some nice portfolio strategies that you could leverage in the bear market. I will be uploading a detailed one on how to build your own portfolio, because it's something that you guys have been asking, and I will get that done by next week, hopefully. I did film it, so it's I'm editing it right now, so let's see what goes on with that, but it's going to be a very nice video, so stay tuned. But let's have a look at our liquidations first before I jump into the news. There is, as you can see, in the last 24 hours, over $235 million have been liquidated, most of which were long positions, but we did see some short positions being liquidated also. But if I look at the funding rates very quickly, we can see that all of the funding rates are almost negative, meaning long positions will be paid. That encourages more long positions to take place. So a mini reversal could potentially happen on the price, so we just have to watch out for this support and resistance on the 1 hourly chart to see where we can potentially go. And to measure your target, you can just measure the height of this channel and then place it above, like so. So the upwards target would be around $22,600, and the downwards target would be much greater if we fall down with volume, which I already talked about in the last couple of minutes. So now we can jump into the news regarding Mt. Gox. Now, Mt. Gox, the block wrote, this was a couple of months ago, back in summer of last year. It was that Mt. Gox will be doing a repayment plan to its customers, and the Mt. Gox users, they're pretty big OGs, and basically what's been planned is around 142,000 Bitcoin will be repaid back to original customers. So it's worth much less than what it was back in the day. But so Mt. Gox will be repaying back customers, and they are saying they could be starting from March 10th, and the deadline is to be paid by the end of September. And of course, if this happens, they did put the option of being either repaid in cash or by Bitcoin, but I do think they will choose Bitcoin. And these people who've forgotten about this money because they didn't have access to it, I do think they would cash it out even at this level, because I did talk about this in my long lost videos back in summer of last year, but they did make substantial gains even though we're in a bear market. So I do think they could cash it out, and this would be a black swan event for Bitcoin. But to track this, you could use Token Unlocks. Token Unlocks is tracking this currently, so you could see when the Bitcoin will be moved and when it will be claimed. So these guys are doing a very nice tracking on this too. And the final thing that I want to talk about is, the second last thing that I want to talk about is the Ethereum Shanghai Unlock. So basically what will happen is around less than 1%, around 1% of Ethereum's trading volume will be unlocked to the market very soon. I think it's going to be around the first week of April. And when this happens, people are predicting that there could be a buy the rumors, sell the news type of thing, and Ethereum could be dumped a little bit. So this is what people are seeing, forecasting. Some analysts are saying it won't impact it, but I do think there could be a buy the rumors, sell the news event. But Ethereum staking will grow. This is what CoinDesk is saying, and I personally do agree. I think Ethereum staking will be growing soon, and you can watch my video with Coin Bureau, because Coin Bureau talked about a very interesting altcoin that is supporting the Ethereum staking that could explode. So do make sure to check that video out also. Now, the final thing that I want to mention is that the Fed is planning on raising interest rates even further to around 6%. So when FOMC comes, Bitcoin could crash again as well upon that, because of course if interest rates increase, then that's bad for the economy. So that is something I would also be looking out for. So it's not looking good for Bitcoin with fundamentals and the technicals, but again, the technicals will depend. So let's see if we stay in this parallel channel or if we break up or down. But you could add alerts for when it's going to break up, or for when it's breaking up or breaking towards the downside, and then you could open your trade potentially upon that. But guys, that is it for me for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like if you did. That's all I ask in exchange for these videos, and do subscribe if you haven't already. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, hopefully soon. So take care and bye bye.